Hello, and a very warm welcome back to the Earle Wellbeing YouTube channel. And as you can see, we've something a little bit different, very special today, because I'm going to be joined here in my studios by a fab female beauty founder, Grace Fodor, the founder of a brand that you know that we really love here, Studio 10 Beauty. Absolutely genius brand, really targeting makeup, simple, pared back, proper multitasking products that are great for more mature skin. And she's going to be showing us how to get the perfect bronzed look for a summer glow. Grace, welcome. So lovely to have you here.
I know.
In real life. We've seen each other on
IRL.
screen so often on our Instagram lives. So thank you for coming over. And you brought some amazing goodies, and including your brand new baby. Can we talk about this?
Yeah, we can.
So this is
skincare simplified.
Okay, go on, tell us about it.
In a nutshell.
Okay, Hydra Fusion Daily Defense. Now, when I did my last Instagram live with you, you were telling me that there are 5 benefits in this one little tube.
Yeah, so nourish, because we need to, especially as our skin matures, needs to be nourished, hydrated. So nourishing, hydrating the skin, 4 different types of hyaluronic acid.
Wow.
Different molecular sizes, so it deeply penetrates into the skin. Then we've got protection. It's really important to protect our skin.
SPF 30?
SPF 30, mineral, so it's physical.
Yep.
And we've used astaxanthin, which is a natural, you take it normally as a supplement, but we put it into this.
Really
antioxidant.
Powerful. Wow.
Perfects the skin, so it's got an active oil complex, which is really good about, for clarifying the pigmentation in the skin. Peptides.
Wow.
So if you use it every day, you're going to see a difference in terms of, helping with stimulating collagen. And then the final part, the 5th part, is almost to even the texture of the skin. So we've put silica, we've put aluminium starch. It just really smooths the skin.
Lovely. I can't wait to actually get this on my skin, because sitting here with nothing on. And just to say, this is a skincare product.
Yes.
It's not a makeup product. So it's not tinted. It's not going to colour the skin. So it's one for everybody, no matter what skin tone you are.
Absolutely.
Okay. And all skin types, all
All
ages?
skin types, all ages.
Cool. Right, here we go.
And I think that was, my inspiration was, in the morning, your skincare routine. I really struggled. You need a serum. Do you put the serum on first? Then you need a daily moisturiser. You need to hydrate. You need to protect your skin.
Okay.
You need to use primers. And I just thought it's too complicated.
You just need it. So you just use it on clean skin in the morning, first thing. And it's doing all those things like priming, smoothing, brightening, plumping, protecting. Oh my gosh.
All of it.
And smells lovely too.
It's got the most amazing scent.
Really fresh.
And the other thing I thought, it's got a lot of active ingredients. It's got peptides in it that you normally get in a night cream. And I was like, well, why can't I have the benefit of peptides during the course of the day? So it is really jam-packed. I worked with an amazing scientist. And when I say she's a scientist, I really mean she's a scientist. She's got a PhD in dermatology. She's a bioengineer of genetics.
Oh my God.
And
that is serious.
A medical molecular biochemist. I was like, right,
okay,
Dr. Guzens,
you're the woman.
You are going to formulate this skincare product for me. And she did. So
incredible. It feels lovely. I can feel my skin is smooth. It just feels radiant and plump and a bit glowy. And kind of, you could just go out and leave it like that if you didn't want to wear any makeup, knowing that you've got all those goodies on your skin.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's going to be the next step?
Right,
then?
so that is stage 1. And in the summer, it's still really important to nourish and hydrate your skin.
And my skin's protected. It's got an SPF 30 on it. So that's
really important.
Yeah. I could use it on the backs of my hands too, maybe.
I always do that. And down onto my neck. I'd actually put it all over my body if I could, but it wouldn't last very long. Okay, so summer makeup, this is really quick and easy. So if you're using SPF, most of us do, or we're wearing big hats, or both, even if you're using SPF, you still catch the sun on your body. But I protect my face 100%. So the first thing you want to do is just tan up your face to match it. Otherwise, I've done that before. I've been on holiday and my mother was Portuguese, so I'm quite bronze, and then I've got this white face. So stage 1 is very much about tanning up the face. So
Okay.
this is where bronzer really comes into play for me.
But I love this bronzer because this bronzer is not orange, you know, it's not scary orange. It just looks like a slightly richer skin tone.
Yeah, and you know why that is I've used a mix of red and brown. Most bronzers have orange undertones, which is why you get that tango look.
Yeah, it's not good. It looks
So
really
it's
artificial.
using almost brick colours, red, just to give you that natural tan.
Okay.
You know, with Studio 10, I don't like powder because I think powder looks like powder on the skin, can be quite almost flat on the skin. This is the only powder product that I've got.
Is it really?
But it's super, super fine. It's been jet milled 3 times. So even though it's a powder, if you tapped it, it's quite loose. And it feels, when you buff it into the skin, it's almost creamy.
Oh yeah, it does. It has a creamy feel to it. That is clever.
But it's much easier to put it all over your face.
Okay,
So the way to do this...
So this is one of your brushes. So which one are we going to use? Which end do I use for this?
I like the bigger brush because you're
Okay.
going to use it all over your face. So
Okay.
this is how to get the perfect natural tan without the sun. Right, so just, and it's not technical. I mean, this
Okay.
is really
Good.
easy.
Super easy.
But one thing to remember, because all Studio 10 products are so pigmented, and you see how it's loosened up.
Oh yeah, already.
So it's almost
Yeah.
like a loose powder in the convenience of a pan.
Yeah.
Always just tap it slightly, otherwise you'll end up with a sort
Got
of
it.
uneven. And you just use that and a very light dusting.
All over?
All over your face.
Okay. And this is also skin protective, isn't it? Because you've got minerals in here, which is kind
Yeah.
of adding to your SPF. I mean, although you don't claim an SPF.
Absolutely.
I can see that.
And
Just
in
giving it a
fact,
little
you know,
glow.
in our hydrofusion, we've used mineral, which is a physical barrier. So
Yeah.
yeah, the powder in this creates another sort of layer of protection.
Nice.
So with this, you can keep layering as much as you want to get that desired colour to match.
And it
And
doesn't
that's
feel
why-
dry, and it's not looking chalky or
Yeah, exactly.
kind of crepey, which a lot of powders do.
And that's why I don't like powder on mature
Yeah, I get you.
skin.
Yeah.
And it is demi-matte, so it's got no pearl, it's got no light reflecting. It's a demi-matte, so it just lifts the skin a little bit, but
Oh,
doesn't
Grace, I love
look
it. I love
dewy.
it. Really, absolutely.
So in the
It's
summer,
brilliant.
I probably wear 15 layers of this because I catch the sun. I mean, literally.
But you could also build on it, couldn't you? You could
Yes.
add it, you know, if you felt that you needed a little bit more in the evening, you could
Exactly.
just keep going.
I've actually used it on my legs before if I've had to. So with this, very light veil all over the face, just where you need it
Nice.
to build up your colour. So you'd wear a lot less than I would, especially if I've
Okay.
been in the sun.
Okay. And of course, taking it down here so you haven't got any tide marks.
Yeah,
Cool.
exactly.
Great. Okay.
If
Yep.
you wanted,
Done.
which I think is almost a step too far, but you could do if you wanted, is that whole adding shape definition with contouring. So with the other end of the brush, if you wanted, you could then layer another
Okay.
layer and do a
Ooh.
little bit under the cheekbone. Yeah,
Okay. So you've got that option
if you wanted.
of adding a little bit of definition. Nice. I actually quite like adding a tiny darker bit round here because I find it just kind of sharpens my jawline,
does.
which is not naturally very sharp. Love creating that illusion. You know.
Exactly. That's what I love about makeup. I mean, makeup is transformational.
Yeah.
I've got a few professional makeup artists, you know, friends, and they completely transform, like reshape
Yeah.
someone's face.
Yeah.
It's
Now I had some comments once.
amazing.
I think I was using your lip liner and some lovely gloss.
And they were like, have you had your
And they're like,
lips done?
oh, have you had filler? It's like, no. I've just gone over my lips and added in some gloss.
It does make a massive difference.
Yeah.
So that's step one.
Great. Done.
Just a little bit, you know, bronze up the face so it matches.
Nice.
Where we've added a natural tan,
Yeah.
what we haven't done is boosted the complexion or added a little bit of radiance.
Okay.
So you could start talking about highlighting, you know, true contouring, but actually this product does it all. So Our plumping blush, as you know, is a fan favourite.
This is the first thing that I ever used of yours, and I was on a shoot actually with Kerry September, brilliant makeup artist, and she was using this. It was years ago, and I said, "Oh my gosh, what's that? That looks great." You know, skin suddenly kind of looks alive and fresh. And she said, "Oh, you've got to meet Grace and Studio 10. It's such a fab brand." The rest is history, and here you are.
So this is, so even though you've tanned up your face, a natural tan, you don't have that radiance, do you? You're just brown. So what I really wanted, and this is all year round, but especially in the summer, is a complexion booster. So that really lifts and brightens the complexion. So this...
I've got a new one here.
I know, you can always tell a new one, can't you? So it's a peach. And I like peach because it's got two colours in it. Peach has an orange undertone, and the orange red gives it warmth. We want to warm up the skin. But peach also has pink, and it's pink that lifts and brightens. You put it both together. So this will lift your tan. You know, sometimes when you're really tanned, it looks a little bit ruddy. And on the complexion, you don't want that. You want to really boost it. So I always wear this on top of my bronzer.
Interesting.
And even though this bronzer is a powder, generally you can't put an emulsion or a liquid on, but you can with our bronzer.
That's really interesting, because most people would do a cream blush and then a bronzing powder on top.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is kind of going to matte it all down, you're not going to see it.
Exactly.
Because you want your skin to kind of gleam, don't you, really?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So with this,
okay, use the brush.
a little bit on the apple of the cheeks, onto the cheekbones. And because it's got a soft gold light reflecting pearl, you then don't have to worry about blush and using highlighter and where do I put the highlighter. It sort of does it all for you.
Oh my gosh, that just looked immediately. It's just a healthy colour.
Yeah.
It just looked as if I've actually been on holiday or come back for a lovely walk in the park.
And we need that healthy flush of colour. You know, it's the pigment that we lose as our skin matures.
Yeah, it goes really grey, doesn't it? I mean, is this for all shades of skin?
Yeah.
Okay. Love it. And again, you could just build it up. That feels really nice. And it's not drying. My skin doesn't look cakey, just looks
I
super
really
fresh.
like liquid and cream products because they blend and buff into the skin. It almost melds into the skin so it looks like your skin. But that's important when our skin matures, because as we get enlarged pores, we get fine lines, wrinkles, any product that sits on top of the skin is going to sit in them.
Right.
So if you can buff it into the skin, you're going to get the colour and the pigment, but it's not going to sit in fine lines, and actually sometimes can accentuate those.
Love it.
So the way to use this, exactly as you've done it, and then this is the trick, because you want to boost the whole complexion, is a little bit into your hairline.
Okay.
And this is fantastic.
Up here?
Yeah. Because you want to look as though it's true skin,
Yes.
like your complexion.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't just have beautiful rosy cheeks.
No, the sun would hit you, and
Exactly.
just up here especially. Nice.
A little bit on the nose.
Okay.
And then I dip my brush literally and sweep it through the eyelids. It is the most brightening, wide awake eyeshadow. I have had some ladies literally pump this product directly
so
onto the
right.
brush. But be careful, because it's so pigmented. It does blend and buff, but it's easy if you just put a little bit on your hand, and then it's more sort of directional.
And there's no harsh line because it's all sort of buffed in together.
Yeah, I mean, that looks absolutely stunning. And then I bring it
loving
down
it.
onto my neck just a little bit as well.
Okay.
I've been out before. You know, in summer evenings, you're going out.
Yeah.
I've literally just put some in my hand, put it on here, and it's just, it
Nice.
just brightens.
Yeah.
I think it lifts.
That
lifts.
gleam, you know? Gleam
Yeah.
is a great word, I think, for summer beauty.
See, look how, I mean, that is every day, isn't it? Really?
And my skin's protected.
Yeah.
So that's the great benefit. I haven't got to
And
think about
natural.
applying more sun cream during the day.
So that's perfect day, summer skin in an instant. And then if we're building a little bit, you know, you might be going out in the evening. How do we switch it up? Once again, you don't want to carry a whole suitcase of makeup. So I tend to put a little bit more of this on my eyelids. So it's more of a shadow rather than a wash. And then what I really like to do is add a pop of colour.
I love your pencils.
And you can do a sort of grown-up smoky eye, but I don't know, I prefer that more for the winter months. For summer, I like, well, you can go two ways. You can do a pop of colour on the eye or a pop of colour on the lips.
Right.
You can mix them up, but don't do both together. It's
Okay.
like one or the other.
Looks too much.
It looks a little bit too much.
Okay.
But I love a pop of colour on the eyes.
I have to say this, I never thought I'd like this kind of peacock green.
It's
amazing.
yeah.
And I use it sometimes in the waterline or sometimes just above the lash line. I mean, what would you suggest?
So I like with this to use it on my top lash line to really, almost as an accent. So you can do quite a heavy line. And even though it's a teal stroke bluey
So
green
easy
colour,
to use. Yeah, that is not dragging my skin at all. My skin
And
is
it's
not
wearable.
moving and it's just gone straight on.
yeah, I mean, it just, especially when you're tanned,
Yeah.
it really lifts, like blue and
And
tan.
it's a holiday colour. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's
come on,
just-
let's go out and party. Let's go out and eat ice cream and drink Aperol Spritz.
I know,
Where's
getting
my
in the
yacht?
mood. I mean, look how beautiful that is.
I mean, just so easy. And, you know, you can put this in carry-on luggage. There's no issue. It's always there. You've got two colours in one. So you've got the blue as well. The navy's great, actually. I love that for daytime.
And you
I sometimes
can
use that
do
just
the sort
inside
of,
here.
yeah, exactly.
I'm super excited. I never thought I'd actually wear a blue because my eyes are dark brown. But there is something about the blue that makes your eyes look even darker.
And I actually can use that colour as well. It was a makeup artist I was working with, and he was like, I'm going to put this colour on, it's called C, I'm going to put this colour on you. And I was like, that's never going to suit me. I mean, I'm dark-eyed, but I'm dark-haired,
Yeah.
olive-skinned. And he was like, I promise you, Grace. And I'm like, I'm never going to wear it. I'm such a like brown-eyed, brown eyeliner girl.
Okay.
And it is stunning.
Okay, so
It's-
if you have never tried a coloured liner, you stuck with your black, you stuck with your dark brown, dark grey, kind of played it safe, just try this. Prepare to be amazed is all I can say.
Yeah, it's just such a summer colour.
Love it.
And the other thing as well, when you're getting ready, you know, like beach to bar, you don't want to spend 3 hours doing your makeup. You want to go
quick.
out
It's
and,
like
like you say, get your
gone.
Aperol Spritz.
And then for my lips, should I just add a
lips.
little gloss?
Yeah, just a balm gloss. If you've
balm.
got colour on your eyes, then I keep the lip very natural. This is our 3-in-1. It's actually a lip treatment because we need to nourish our lips. It's got hyaluronic acid, and it's a balm and it's a lip gloss. Or you can, if you're really rushing, you can use this on your lips as well.
Wow.
And you're good to go. I mean, that is everyday, beautiful summer beach to bar.
I love it.
And how
You're
quick
so
was that?
clever.
Be
Gorgeous.
quicker if I stopped talking.
I love it. You've got such a great brain. We love having you here talking. Thank you, and thank you so much for the discount. We really, really appreciate it. So 20% off everything, studio10beauty.com. I'll make sure that we pop links to all the products that we've talked about here. What do you think? Have you tried anything? Do you love Grace's range? Any favourites? Any tips, tricks, ideas? Pop a comment below, and we'd love to hear from you. And we'll see you back here another time. Thank you, sweetheart, for being
So
with
lovely
me.
to
Lovely to
see
have
you.
you in real life.
In real life.
So nice.